Hello everybody. Today I'm sitting on my kitchen floor to bring you a review of this. This is my new dishwasher. I've had it in about a week and a half or so now. It replaced an ancient GE model that was probably half as old as I am, or probably more than half as old as I am. And I'm not going to reveal how that old that is, but that means it was ancient. Um, it had just, yeah, it was old and had all the problems that an old dishwasher has. So I needed a new one, and I looked around, thought about several units, and I decided on this one. I got it in a black because it more matches the dark color of my cabinets. I'm glad I did. I really like the look of it there. This is a Frigidaire FDPH4316AB and I think the part to pay attention is the FDPH4316. Basically, it just means it's a. Notice there's no controls over up here. They're all on the edge, so it's a top control dishwasher, which is a bit different. I've never had one like that. They've all been on the front, so new to me. This one I picked up at Lowe's for about $400. I had it delivered to Lowe's. They didn't have it in stock, so I had to wait about 2 weeks maybe. It wasn't that long at all. 10 days, something like that. And went and picked it up myself and did the install myself as well. It was quite easy. The old one came out pretty easy. This one went in pretty easy. Really, for a dishwasher, it only has three things. You gotta have a water inlet to get water into it. You gotta have a water outlet to get the dirty water out, and it has to have electricity. That's pretty much it. This one came with a new water inlet hose that connected right to the spot where the old one did. Mine is going to the dishwasher or the garbage disposal, and the garbage disposals have a spot on the side of those where you just have a little rubber coupling that pushes right over it, and I did use a band style clamp to ensure that it doesn't leak or pop off or something like that, because I'd hate for that to happen when I'm gone or something like that. So, typical connection. Water inlet on this thing has like some sort of a 3/4 inch plastic connection that shoots straight down, and a lot of your water supply lines on these are like a 3/8 inch compression fitting type connection, and you can get an adapter for these. Lowe's had them right with the dishwasher displays that has a 90-degree elbow that turns and positions itself wherever you need it to. It was $7. So that's the only additional thing I needed for this. Connecting the electrical was super easy. There's a little junction box that this comes with built into it with a cover plate, so you just wire it in directly to that quite easily. It does not have a huge current draw to it, so the wires that feed the entire mechanism are not huge wires. I think the heating element probably is the biggest current draw on this, and based on the size of the wires, it's not looked to be a huge current draw on it either. This is, like I said, now I got this, I said, for $400. Normally these run about $525 to $550, I believe, but they seem to be on sale pretty much constantly from what I can tell, because I've been looking at dishwashers for a year and a half now and finally got around to replacing them. This has always been on my short list of dishwashers because of the price and because of the sale, but you should be able to find these for like $400 almost anywhere. Has the top control, like I said. There's nothing that you've got to clip or grab. Just grab the handle and pull forward, and it opens up. You got your cycles, your temperature, your dry setting, and a delay, and your start or cancel. As far as cycles, you've got 4 cycles: a heavy wash, normal wash, a 1 hour wash if you just need to do a quick wash, and an energy save. The 1 hour wash is nice because if you've just finished dinner and you put everything in here and it's nothing's dried on or anything, it'll power that stuff off quite easily. So you could load everything in while it's still fresh, and it'll wash it in an hour, and you're done. Really, really handy. Temperature has a normal temperature, which is when the light is off. A sanitize and a high temperature. I keep mine on just the normal temperature. The sanitize, when it's on that, let me tell you, that gets hot. Don't put plastic stuff in there. I had to let this sit for 15 minutes or so before I could even touch the stuff inside when I tried that cycle. It's supposed to kill germs, and trust me, it'll kill pretty much anything in there that you put in there. You can almost put medical equipment in this, I think. Dry setting, you've got normal, sanitize, or max heat, and just regular heat on it. And I keep, actually, yeah, dry is off, no light. I don't think it uses a heat for dry. And then you've got normal heat, and then you got max heat. I just use it on normal heat. Unless you've got like a coffee cup with a concave bottom that collects a pool of water, everything gets pretty dry on here without any troubles. Except for, I've got a couple of coffee cups like that, and I'll have to tilt them and get the water out and dry the bottoms, but that's pretty much it. Everything else gets pretty dry. Although I do have better success if I catch this when it's just finished or shortly thereafter, and open it up and just let it sit, not push it closed, just so there's a little bit of a gap there, and it seems to let that steam and heat escape a little bit better. I don't see any venting on this, so the heat is and humidity is just kept internal, it seems, and it doesn't seem like it dries as thoroughly, especially if there's any kind of depression on the top of that item in the dishwasher. Has a delay setting, 6 hours, 4 hours, 2 hours, pretty normal stuff. The door holds itself once you get to a certain point. Whatever spot you leave it at, it'll hold itself there. And it is pretty stiff too, so once you get to that point, you can't push it down on accident very easily, which means if you're used to coming in just ripping the dishwasher open and hoping that thing flops all the way down, you've got to take the time to push it down, because it's not going to do it on its own. And it'll stop halfway there pretty much no matter how hard you open it. It is also pretty doggone quiet. I've seen varied reviews out here. Some people said that it was noisy for them, but I haven't seen any evidence of that. It's quieter than my GE was by a tad, and whatever little bit of noise it does produce, I think part of it can be whatever dishes you put in there. I had some stuff like pie plates that were in there, aluminum pie plates I was cleaning off. When the water blast hits those, they're gonna make noise. There's not a whole lot of way you can get around that. So yeah, it depends on what you put in there, but I thought it was really nice. I think it's super quiet. I forgot it was running one day, and I came in here to put stuff in, and I was about to open it. I'm like, oh, it's running. It just closes with a clip, like I said. It just has a little clip mechanism, so you don't have to do anything to open and close it. There are 2 racks on the top here that you can put on for cups. So if you've got coffee cups that you want to put on the second rack, you've got room to put coffee cups up and down. These come in and out very easily. They seem to be like a powder coated type steel or aluminum section, both top and bottom. Really nice. They look good. It's got that dark interior, which was different. I've never had one like that, but you get used to it pretty easy. It's not bad. Clean up, it wipes down really easily on the interior. All the interior is plastic, but it's a very smooth plastic, and it seems to wipe off very nicely. Now we'll have to see how well that lasts, because dishwashing detergents are somewhat abrasive. That's how they get a lot of your stuff off the dishes, is by a mild abrasive action. So we'll have to see how that finish lasts over the few years. Has a strainer in the bottom of it. I'll show you in just a second here that just clips in place that catches large chunks of stuff, so you can just take it out and dump it in your garbage or down your garbage disposal or whatever. When you install it, it has 4 leveling feet, 2 front and 2 toward the back. And when it's hard to level it before you put it in, so instead of having to pull it in and out and just turn the feet down below, the feet have a shaft, like a threaded shaft, a screw that goes up and sticks up far enough, and the top of it has a hex fitting for a 1/4 inch socket. So you can just put a 1/4 inch socket and turn it from below and adjust it, or from above and adjust it really super easily. Even in tight spots, you can have it all the way in and installed and get your hand easily up into those adjustment spots with a 1/4 inch ratchet and adjust it super easy. And like I said, it does have the water outlet hose. The hose for the water outlet connects on the back on this side. And my sink was on the left side here. It's long enough hose that it easily reach without having to stretch it, and it gives me a little loop. I think these are supposed to have a loop where it comes up high and drops down for a bit like that, so there's no feedback into it. And I was able to accomplish that quite easily. Everything went in super easy on this thing. I had no issues installing it. Fired up the first time and worked really well. Cannot complain about much. So let's take a closer look. Here it is up close. It does not have its own lighting. I have an LED strip light underneath here for illumination. But you've got your controls on the top here. Nice handle, just clips into place. Has kick plate, adjustable kick plate that you can install down below quite easily. When you open it up, has your typical spot to put your dishwashing detergent. Has a fill for your rinse agent. And there's the inside. These roll quite easily. And there is a stop. See, they roll along and stop right there, so you don't accidentally flip it off onto the floor. It sits in there wherever you want it. You can go either side, but I like it on that side. Got your spray nozzles, top, everywhere. These roll quite easily. And your basket, the clip is in the back here. You just pull forward and pick up, and it comes right out. See, the holes are pretty big, so it's not gonna catch any super small particles. But it just clips right back in. That's how easy it is to pull out. Heating element there looks really nice. It's a dishwasher. Not a lot you can say about it other than that. I did have some gaps at the top and bottom that I just put some foam filler in, like that weather stripping, and had no troubles with it. So, what do I think of my new dishwasher so far? And of course, this is not like a 2-year review or anything. I'll come back to you guys in about a year and tell you how it's gone, and let you know whether it's been worthwhile so far, and try to keep you posted each year so we know how long these things will last and what kind of maintenance that you have to do to them. But so far, I really like it. I think it was a great choice. It looks fantastic there. It fits in beautifully. It's quiet. It gets my dishes super clean. The GE had deteriorated to the point where it cleaned not as well as it should have, though. The rinse agent thing no longer worked properly, and I have hard water here, so you would get water spots and things, especially on plastics. And without the ability to, it didn't have the ability to heat the water, so anything that had grease or oil on it would kind of collect on plastics. It left this haze. And you need heat to help get rid of that, and maybe that rinse aid helps a little bit too. This one doesn't do any of that. I've put stuff in there that was oily and greasy on purpose to see what would happen. Came out perfect. Mixed in some glassware with it to make sure that didn't get have issues. Came out just fine. It does exactly like a dishwasher ought to do. It washes your dishes, gets them clean, so you don't have to worry about it. That's what I was looking for. So very happy with this so far. Wanted to let you guys know what I had found. For 400 bucks, I think it's a great deal in the world of dishwashers. If you've shopped around out there, boy, there are some interesting prices. You can get some that are a lot cheaper, but they're also by brands where you think might be good for, like, if you've got money to have something like a lake house that you're at 1 month out of the year, sure, that's fine. For the rest of us that have to use this thing day to day, I don't want to spend $1,000 on a dishwasher if I don't have to. And I think the price point on this one is excellent for what you get. Very happy with it so far. If you've had one of these, let me know what your experience is. Have you had good experience or bad experience with it? Since I just got this, if you've had one of these for 1, 2, 3, 4 years, what are things I might have to look out for further on down the line? I know at some point there are parts that might fail on it. Frigidaire parts are generally very easy to find, and they're not very expensive a lot of the time. There's a lot of third-party support for Frigidaire stuff. And when I looked at this, it's easy to get in and out of the space, and the parts on the bottom look like they would be easily replaceable too. So if I do have to work on it later, I do have hopes that I can be able to do some of the repairs myself fairly easily and fairly inexpensively. But I'm hoping that's 10 years down the road. I don't want to have to repair my dishwasher. I just want to use it. So again, let me know if you've had to deal with any repairs or troubles on yours, and tell me what I'm in for and how long I have to wait until I'm in for it. So see you guys later. Bit different, something don't usually do dishwashers, but I don't usually get a chance to buy one either. So hope you guys enjoyed the video, and have a great day. See you later.